It is Friday, May 1st, 2026. This is another edition of Baseball Today presented to you by T-Mobile. That is my man, Trevor Plouffe. I am Chris Rose, producer Dan, along for the ride as well. Welcome to May, my friend.
Oh, man. I can't believe, Chris Rose, that it's May already. I really can't.
Well,
season's flying by, but I think that's kind of a good thing. That means, like, baseball's been hot, and we've had good stuff to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 2 months right now to figure out exactly who you are in the baseball world.
Oh, you've already given up on some teams. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Well, I saved that for the 29th of May. That's my annual give them up. Give them up. Don't worry. I got to look and see what day of the week May 29th is, because that's my yearly. Yeah, that's a Friday this year. 4 weeks from today, I'll be giving up on some teams. Can't wait. I'm not giving up on one team, even though they already made a managerial move, and it's our tip of the cap because of one dude.
Fly ball deep to right, way back there. Oh. It is gone! His 350th career home run, and it's a typical Kyle Schwarber.
Actually hit 351 in the back end of a sweep doubleheader against the Giants, in which they had walk-off hits, one by Justin Crawford and one by Alec Boehm. And how about the fact that Schwarber got to 350 homers in his career in fewer games than Babe Ruth?
That's an insane stat. I don't even know what to do with that. He's got a little Babe Ruth in him, doesn't he?
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, the way he kind of swings the bat. I mean, like the ability to deliver power to the barrel of the bat. He's one of the best in the business there. Like he gets and directs that energy right to the barrel, right to the baseball. And when he hits the ball on the barrel, Chris Rose, that thing's gone.
Well, you and I both believe he's going to get to 500 homers, and he is going to be a fascinating Hall of Fame case study.
Him and Giancarlo, huh? Together?
Yeah. The difference is that one guy is going to have an MVP on his resume. And at least
one guy will have some World Series championships, though.
At least one.
I'm hoping for more, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really think it'll be a fascinating. I'm curious where people sit right now. If he does get to 500, is it undisputed?
I think it should be undisputed. I'll give you a reason why. Pitching has gotten so damn good that I think that you can't discredit a guy for hitting 500 homers. That's been the benchmark. It shouldn't go the other way, where all of a sudden it's not the benchmark when pitching is getting as good as it is.
Yeah, on a typical night, Kyle Schwarber has to face 3 different pitchers, minimum.
Don't even get me started on that and what Babe Ruth had to go through.
Right. You're right. We've had that discussion, but it's just something to throw out there every time he reaches a milestone, and congratulations to him on doing that. And, oh, by the way, Don Mattingly, 3-0 as the interim skipper, replacing Rob Thompson earlier this week. In the meantime, let's get it going. A 4-game sweep for the Cardinals in Pittsburgh. They came in, they took some names, and you thought, well, okay, they better do some damage in the first 3 games because they got to go against Paul Skeens. Well, J.J. Weatherholt didn't even let him settle in.
Swing and a drive. J.J. Weatherholt, another leadoff homer. How about that?
The kid is all right. The hometown hero from Mars, Pennsylvania strikes again.
Getting behind 2-0, and then J.J. got a hold of that one. Just didn't seem like he had the command and the stuff that he typically does have.
That's Pirates skipper Don Kelly. Skeens falls to 0-5 in 7 career starts against the Cardinals. Dare we say they have hit? You're shaking your head. You won't even let me finish the sentence about they have his number.
No, well, look, the victories, good job, Cardinals. Hopefully we talk about them with the 4-game sweep, the mop. But if you go back and look at the starts, I mean, he's pitched well against them. The run support has been absolutely non-existent.
Right.
In those starts. So that's the main reason. So they don't have his number. But the Cardinals had the Pirates number this week at least.
Yeah, well, just to clean up the Skeens stuff, he's got 16 career losses. 5 of them have come against St. Louis, but his ERA is just a smidge over 3. So you're right. He did give up 8 hits in this. He gave up a couple of homers. He gave up one to Jordan Walker as well. He did strike out 9. He didn't walk anybody. But I believe prior to yesterday's loss, where the Pirates did score 5 runs in that game, Pittsburgh had scored it. And somebody's got to double check my math because I haven't been feeling well. So I did it twice, and then the numbers started mushing all together. 7 runs in his prior 6 starts.
I was looking at it, yeah.
That's alarming. So kudos to the Cardinals. You have figured out a way to beat him, but let's not act as though he's been tattooed outside of yesterday.
Wins are wins, Chris. Who was
Wins
the
are
other
wins.
pitcher that never got run support? Was it DeGrom, I think, at one point, was just getting 0 run support?
Yes. Yeah, that's happened for some guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I am curious. What do you take away from this Cardinals? I mean, JJ Weatherholt, happy homecoming, a couple of homers.
Yeah, they're just getting contributions kind of up and down the board offensively. You mentioned Weatherholt and doing his thing, but if you go around and kind of like look at what's happening, I like Burleson with some big knocks. You got Jordan Walker still continuing to hit. Like everything is kind of going their way. They're playing good defense, including Weatherholt himself. They're getting enough starting pitching. Like it is. We talked about them, man. They're like a really fun group of players to watch, playing loose, getting timely hits. It's I guess I don't know what else there is to say. They're outperforming expectations, and I think they're kind of like relishing that aspect of like being the underdog every single game.
Not only that, I think they are the most surprising team in baseball this year on the positive side. We talked about it earlier this week. About how many losses I thought that they were going to get. I thought they were going to be right around 90. Listen, with this division, they've got Milwaukee and Pittsburgh behind them. They're currently in third place at 18 and 13. I mean, the worst team in the division's the Pirates playing 500 baseball. I think the most surprising thing about a young team like this is that they're 11 and 5 away from home. That's great. Good for them figuring out ways, and the number of come from behind victories, we marked that earlier this week. Good. I hope we keep talking about them. I don't think we will. I still think they'll finish in 4th or 5th place, but it could be in a really good division. But if they figure out that we can rely on these guys this year, and I really think that has to do more with the pitching than the hitting. I think that they have figured out who their core is moving forward for the most part. Offensively, I think it's really the pitching. Like, which guys can we rely on moving forward?
They've had a nice run of starts. Palante, last 3 starts have been really good. Dustin May's had a few good starts in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about Riley O'Brien, kind of what he's been doing at the end there. Kind of got saved by Nathan Church a little bit. That's another guy. Yeah, I mean, the defense has been there. They've made big plays, squashed some rallies. They've played the game. I feel like how you want your baseball team to play the game.
It's good. Let's move on to the O's and the Astros, who split a doubleheader on Thursday. Baltimore took game 1, but they could not contain one big bat in game 2.
Yordan smashes one deep to center field. He is going to win Player of the Month as he ices it right there with home run number 12. Yordan continues to punish baseballs here in Baltimore.
He has done this primarily as a designated hitter. He's played a handful of games out in left field. Do you think that Yordan Alvarez will have a chance to win MVP honors if he is primarily a DH this season?
I do. It'll have to just be like big round numbers in some of these categories. Like he's gonna have to approach 60 homers, and I think that it might be the one for me. If he gets to 60, we'll start talking about him. In that, as far as MVP 1, the stuff he's doing is crazy, Chris. I mean, he leads the league. He leads all of Major League Baseball on base, slugging, and OPS plus, homers, hits. Like he's doing it all. He is that guy. The DH position just doesn't get MVP votes.
Nope.
But
I mean, the only DH to ever win the MVP is Shohei Ohtani. And 3 of those 4 years, he made at least 14 starts. And the other year, he went 50-50. I don't think that's going to happen.
So I think that's what we're going to have to see is like 60 homers and a ridiculous amount of runs driven in. Like that'll at least give him a shot at like a top 3. I don't think he realistically has a shot at MVP 1 if he's just primarily a DH. But I think we could see him like top top 5, top 3, if those numbers are what I said they were.
So he finished third in 2022 behind Judge and Ohtani. He was pretty distant third, but he played 60 games in left field. I don't think he'll get to that number this year. You know, he might play 40 games in left field. I really don't think the number matters because you don't even think of him making plays in left field. No. It's just what he does at the dish. But, you know, once again, if you're having a hitter draft, he's 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what your flavor is.
I know. It's so good, dude. He's never had a 40-homer season.
I know. It's strange, right?
It is strange. He's got 12 already, dude.
So let's set the over-under at 49.5.
I'm taking the over. I think he gets to 50.
Isn't he in the conversation, though, at 50 if the Astros somehow sneak back in this? And I don't.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't see that happening, but maybe that's the number is 50. But to me, I'm just like 60 would really cement him being a top 5 guy.
Well, top 5, yeah. I think he could do top 5 as a DH, period, if he hits.
Sure.
But let's remember, somebody hit 60 as a catcher last year and did not win.
Well, he got second. So it's gonna be who else is like the guys that are gonna be up there for MVP this year? Obviously, Aaron Judge.
Yep.
I mean, usually Bobby Witt's there, but not a great start. Ben Rice is what Dan Rourke just said. This is why we don't give him a microphone, people.
Right.
I love Ben Rice. Now you're making me trash a guy that I really like.
You're not trashing a guy because you don't think
Julio Rodriguez is always there. J-Ram's always there. I think, yes, if he continues at this pace, he's got a real good shot to be a top 3 MVP guy.
Yeah. I agree. But he's not going to win it. I don't know what a DH has to do. I mean, probably has to hit, you're right. He probably has to hit 60 homers, win the division, and even that's what Cal Raleigh did behind home plate, and it still wasn't good enough. So I can't imagine what Yordan Alvarez has to accomplish. I don't know.
I think it's the homers. That's what voters like, homers.
Well, homers and steals combined. He will not be getting 50 stolen bases.
He's got one.
Yeah, so he's on pace. What's he on pace for? 6, 5, or
maybe
6?
Like an insane OBP, too, would help him.
I think people have to help us out in the comments section. Because there's never been a DH outside of Shohei to do it. And I just told you that he pitched in 3 of those 4. And he set a record in the other. So, help us out. 60 plus a playoff spot, plus Aaron Judge missing.
Playoff spot's out. Come on, bro.
The playoff spot is out. That's
Clip
terrible.
that.
Isn't that bad, though? I mean, really, it's it. Aaron... Well, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
How much of Aaron Judge's MVP was because of his defense last year?
Well, realistically, not a lot of it. People will defend his defense and say he's got a cannon, plays better defense than you think, all these things. But it was a hitter award for him, yes.
Right. So is it just because he stands on his feet for 9 innings that we're... I'm being serious here. I'm not.
I think that does. Yes. I think that matters. That does matter.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if you're a guy doing that and you're not a negative defensively, that means something.
But you didn't have a problem with Poppy or Edgar Martinez getting in the Hall of Fame, did you?
No, I am a big Hall guy.
Okay.
Big Hall.
Me too. Dan writes in our chat that the mere threat of Judge's arm has won the Yankees many games, which is possible, but that's not being considered when people are voting for his MVP.
Just another example of why he's silenced.
Well, I did want to read his statement. While it might be factually accurate, I wouldn't say many games. It perhaps has won them a game here or there. Many would be 10 to 15. I don't think his arm has won the Yankees 10 to 15 games. That's the way I look at it. And while you can say he's a good defender in right, I can't imagine people are ever looking at his MVP numbers and saying, boy, he's a hell of a right fielder. Maybe I'm off. Let us know in the comments section where you sit on this whole thing. In the meantime, I will let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Amazon. When life throws you a curveball, Amazon's everyday low prices on essentials helps you save the everyday. Amazon has everything you need whenever you need it, from planned purchases to unexpected moments. They've got everything in one place, saving you time and money so you can focus on what matters most. And for me, what matters most at this time of year is having as much time to myself so I can focus on bringing you great content like Baseball Today and Dugout Discussions. For you, it's catching up on all your team's needs and wants and desires by watching baseball. They got everything from tech to clothing to daily needs, anything else you need to prepare for the start of this baseball season. Amazon has everything you need all in one convenient place and can deliver to you anytime, anywhere. Like, I ran low on my heart gummies. Where am I having them sent? Where I'm going this weekend. It won't be home, but I'm having them sent there, courtesy of Amazon. So whether it's routine shopping or handling life's curveballs, shop Amazon. Save on essentials. Save the everyday. By the way, those are heart gummies that I need. Helps keep my heart numbers good. Go ahead, caller.
My gummies also help my heart. All this about Dan Rourke, but I do think it's pertinent to announce that he is bringing his Yankees coverage to
John Boy Media.
John Boy. We signed the guy to a 2-year deal with the club option. That's what he said on the social post. So Dan, can you unmute your mic?
No. So
okay. He's still
Yankees
going about
Avenue.
Bonds and Aaron Judge. I'm trying to give you some flowers for your Yankees coverage, bro. Go check it out. Yankees Avenue. He's a stud. He's passionate. If you like the Yankees, I know we got Talking Yanks. I know we got Joe's McFly doing his thing. But our super producer, Dan Rourke, is also crushing it in the content game. So welcome officially to the team, Dan.
Yankees Avenue is the way he paves his content road. So make sure you give it a follow, give it a look, give it a listen. Might have to turn the volume down a little bit, but he will be there for you. One guy who's had a spectacular season so far is James Wood of Washington. He has done it all. And when he isn't hitting homers in highlights, he's bringing them back.
Deep to right. Wood back on the track, short of the wall, elevates and brings it back. Look at the smile. He's had ones where he's barely had to leave the earth to bring one back. That one, it took all 6'6".
And he does it against the guy he was traded for a few years ago in the San Diego, Washington deal. Juan Soto. Yeah. Did you remember that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you that was just a little something special. That was Soto's smile afterward. There aren't a lot of guys that are going to make that catch just because of the frame he's got.
Yeah, he went up and got that. Kind of held up in the wind a little bit there. And yeah, he found kind of that little crease right in the corner there and just gets up. He just timed this perfectly. That's the hardest part there is he sees the ball, he's on it. He knows he's got a shot because of how big he is. But it's timing that ball, going up and getting it, because this was over the wall, man. Perfect. He had another catch in the game against Bo Bichette, like a sinking line drive and kind of like more in the right field spot, and made another nice catch there. Overall, the OAA is not great on the year, but he's made a bunch of really good catches. So
yes, accurate.
Interesting.
So he isn't arbitration eligible until 2028. Is there still hope of getting an extension done with him for Washington if you're a Nats fan?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you got to flash the right number at him, but I always say this, put it in front of somebody. Make him say no. Clearly, he's a guy that you want around. He's proven himself at the big league level. And if you're the Nationals, you know there's still a road ahead of you, but this guy should be a focal point of it. Put an offer in front of him. It's hard. You see that number. It's hard to turn it down. So I think, yeah, there's definitely a chance. It just has to be the right number.
So it's got to start with a 2, because we've seen guys with 1 week or 2 weeks of major league experience get 140 or 150 million guaranteed. This guy's already been to an all-star game and seems to be rapidly improving. And for a franchise that has already turned around one guy who came over in the trade with him and another guy in C.J. Abrams who's been bandied about in trade talk, it feels like this is the right guy you'd want to build your franchise around. Why wouldn't you offer him $200 million?
I'm sure they're either having internal discussions about it or have already started talks. I think it'd be very tough for James Wood to turn that down.
What do you think? 220
I'm
gets
so
it
bad
done?
at stuff like this, Chris, but I'm like, say you want to give him, he's 23 years old.
Right.
Say you want to give him 10 years. Say you want to give him 8 years. I mean, 8 years, 230. I know it seems like a lot, but by the time that those come around, like it's probably not going to be a ton. And he's one of the premier hitters in the league.
I know
don't if
some
we'll go that
people.
far. He's a very good hitter.
He is a good hitter, and he's getting better, right? His
Getting
OPS
better, yeah.
jumped enormously last year. He's already 100 points higher than he was last year, maybe a little less than that, but still he's in the 9s through the first 5 weeks of the year. Some people might have a problem with the swing and miss, and yes, he could lead the league in actually strikeouts and walks. Do you know the last player to do that? He's your era.
Joey Gallo?
Good guess.
Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn is correct. Can I give you a few other guys who also did it? If people are going to be like, oh, God, well, Adam Dunn. Like Adam Dunn, okay, more than 400 homers, but I don't know if I want to pay $230 million for that. I'll give
Mike
you a
Trout
couple of... Huh?
Mike Trout hasn't done it?
Nope. Although that's another good guess. I'll give you 3 other names that have done it. Famous names in the history of the sport.
Reggie Jackson.
Great guess. No.
Damn it.
All in Cooperstown.
Oh, wait. You tell me to keep guessing?
Only if you want to.
Just give me the names.
Michael Jack Schmidt.
Okay.
Mickey Mantle.
Okay.
Babe Ruth.
Okay.
So, if you're striking out, fine. You can walk. I'll take that too. And you can mash. It adds up to $230 million.
Yeah. Again, I think it'd be very hard for a guy at 23 years old to look $200 million in the face and be like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. No, you could. Yeah. Sign me up. I'm in. I'm in. All right. Most people using nicotine pouches aren't thinking about the sleep that they're losing or the anxiety they're adding. They just need to get through the day. And same thing can happen with caffeine, I'm told. Works until it doesn't. Then you need a little bit more. Well, Ultra pouches are completely nicotine-free and caffeine-free as well. They're designed to deliver clean focus and smooth energy for 1 or 2 hours without the crash, the withdrawal, or the dependency. The pouch experience you actually want. Without the stuff, you're better off without. And the new Blue Raz flavor, Sweet Tart, already a fan favorite. Ultra is the ultimate guilt-free pouch, delivering instant focus and mental clarity without nicotine or caffeine. New customers, you're in luck. You can use the code BASEBALL today. You're going to get 15% off at takeultra.com. Once again, that is takeultra.com, 15% off with the code BASEBALL today. After your purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them. Please support this very show. Tell them Baseball Today sent you. You'll be happy that we did. All right. We just covered this, that the Nats took a series from the Mets. New York had a 4-3 lead in the 8th. They turned it over to Luke Weaver, one of their prize free agent signings, guy that's been dependable, but he wasn't. C.J. Abrams turned on one, and nobody was bringing that one back. So afterward, the Mets reliever kind of gave us a thoughtful look into what losing baseball, the way that the Mets have, how it hurts your heart.
Yeah, I've just been sitting here trying to think about, honestly, what to even say to you guys and what you're even going to ask and trying to come up with something. And I think at the end of the day, it's this pursuit of perfection is just an ultimate pressurized failure mindset. I just think it just becomes everybody wants to be the hero because we care and we want to win really, really bad. And I just don't think success lives in that realm. It truly doesn't. And I think the freedom of which we play day to day is just kind of being suffocated a little bit. you know, I want to just do my job. It's that simple. There's moments that feel really close, and then there's just one mistakes that magnify our situation. And so, of course, I sit there and feel the weight of the world and feel like I let the team down. But at the end of the day, like, I do feel like I'm in a good spot. It's just, you know, we sit there and we just tell you guys, like, it'll come, you know, this is the game, this is the law of averages and all these things. But at the end of the day, those words just don't hold the same weight when you continue to go day after day. So I think the encouragement, the motivation to pursue just being the best person you could be and the best baseball player you can be is the only answer. And until we prove that, I understand the grievances from the outsiders.
There's a lot there to digest, and I wanted
It's
to
a
play the whole
lot.
thing because I thought it was fascinating and illuminating. What should Mets fans take away from that?
No, they're not going to take away anything from that. Like, a beautiful, thoughtful answer, Weaver, which, you know, he's a kind of guy, he's a heady guy. He gives answers like that. He's funny. He's well-spoken, as we just listened to for quite some time right there. Mets fans don't care. They don't care.
Should
That's
they?
the bottom line. I am, yeah, I mean, what he said is right. I am an expert on losing in the big leagues, bro. You want to talk about losing in the big leagues? Come right here. Take a seat. I'll let you know how it is. It stinks, dude. And yes, the pressure can mount. And when you're playing under pressure, you're not playing your best baseball. That's the bottom line. When you find yourself, because that's the bad pressure. There's different types of pressure. The pressure of a big game that means something that you like when you're going well. Again, never played in the playoffs, but big games like that, that's a different type of pressure. That's like you're stoked to feel that pressure. Losing a ton of games in a row and trying to find any way to get out of it, and you just can't seem to do it. That's a completely different type of pressure. One that you don't want. So I don't know. He's saying all the right things. You know, the guys are trying in there. It's not like they're not trying, Chris. Like, they're going out there, they're putting their work in. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters to fans is that if you do turn it around, if you do win, and if the things that you're trying so hard with aren't working, you got to try something different. That's my advice to the Mets right there. Try something different. You're doing all this stuff. It ain't working. Maybe take a day off from all the stuff you're doing. Maybe completely switch it up. Switch your routine up, whatever it is. But you can have the most well-worded statement that's ever been said. It does not matter. Like, fans don't care about that, dude. And, like, honestly, yeah, like you said, should they? I don't know. Like, not really. Like, deep down, fans know the guys are working. It's not like they're just showing up going through the motions. Sometimes it might seem that way on the baseball field because a situation presents itself, but it's not that case. All these guys are fighting for their jobs. They're working, all that stuff. So I don't know. It was a lot for, like, really, you know, in my opinion, nothing really. I hate to say that.
So do you appreciate him saying it or not? I'm kind of confused.
I'm indifferent, Chris. I'm indifferent. That's the kind of guy he is. I feel like he likes to let it eat a little bit in those interviews. But again, it's just like he said, they're empty words. They're empty words.
I think it's probably just something he had to get off his chest.
But about what? What did he have to get off his chest? First of all right, now you got me going a little bit. He's a pitcher. You're supposed to win. The numbers are in your favor, big dog. Like, you're supposed to win. You're going to have way more success than failures in this game, even if you're not even that good. That's just how the game is set up, okay? So, like, I don't know. Like, just go do your job. Maybe tell your teammates that. I mean, the media, I don't know.
So
I'm sure he's giving
looking
that
for
speech.
sympathy?
I'm not trying to hate on Weaver. I'm not. I feel like I am right now, and I apologize for that. I'm not trying to hate. Nice, thoughtful answer, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean, like, the fans, they're not going to care about that. Especially freaking Mets fans.
I think the reason I wanted to play it was because it was so different than most of the stuff we hear, which is rinse and repeat. And I don't blame players for saying it. I mean, for God's sakes, 162 games, and you're going to end up losing. Even in a great year, you're still going to end up losing 65 or 70. So when you're losing on pace for 90 to 100, it really sucks. So how do you come up with creative ways to say that we stink, and it bothers me. I don't know. It's just, it was so different. But you're right. It's not going to change one damn thing. Yeah, I used to have this argument with John Sally all the time on Best Damn. He always said that when we are at our worst, that's when we need our fans the most. Like the booing, we understand it, but it's like a little bit of what we talked about the other day with the Trey Turner cheering in Philadelphia and how that seemingly changed his season. Whether it did or didn't, it certainly looked like it did. And so, like, I'm not saying that the Mets fans all have to grab hands and sing Kumbaya and get together and raise the spirits of their New York team, but I don't know what else is left at this point.
I completely agree with John Sally in that sentiment. I know it's hard for fans to want to get behind that because baseball and sports in general are used for a lot of different ways for people. A lot of it's just like a release, and sometimes you want to get angry and you release it, and that's fine. The players sign up for it. You know, we understand when you get frustrated, you're paying money and we're not playing good ball. Understand that, and you can take your frustration out on me. It's what it is. Sports is a release from real life for a lot of people. But if you're talking about if strictly you want your team to win, cheering for them goes a long way. When there are times when you feel like every person in the city hates you, which is kind of what like Mets are probably feeling like they're, the Phillies were getting booed at the hockey game. Like when you feel like the city hates you, do you think that's going to make you play better? It ain't. It gets you more into that pressure situation that Weaver's talking about. It makes you kind of get more into your own head. If the city was like, dude, you know what? You guys are badass. We got you. It's a long season. Like, and started the cheer, then you start to feel that way. So it would work. Do I expect that to happen around in New York? No. Philly? No. Like that's not going to be a common thing, but it would work. So I'm on Sally's side there.
I don't know if it would work. I don't know if anything's going to work to save this team at this point. They've lost over the weekend. They lost to Colorado. They got swept right at home, and they just lost a series to the Nationals. Those are two of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, agreed. It wouldn't hurt to get cheered for. That's all I'm saying, dude. I'm not saying the Mets fans need to do that. I'm just saying, like, I would have really appreciated like a round of applause if I was struggling.
All right. I want to see where the Mets are this weekend. I don't have any idea. Oh, they're out in Anaheim this weekend. Ha! Great.
And Jose Soriano just pitched. They might miss him.
So it's a team that can't hit against a team that can't relieve. Excellent.
Well, I guess they just got swept by the Angels. Just got swept by the White Sox, baby.
Well, I think they've lost 6 in a row or something.
Colson Montgomery, homer off Soriano.
Okay. I don't know. Let us know where you sit on this whole thing.
You didn't really give an answer. Like, you like that? You were into it?
I liked it because it was different.
Okay.
But at the same time, he covered a lot of ground. If he had not said the part where I understand where everybody's coming from, like at the end of the day, we basically have got to win games. Or it doesn't matter because we can't change the narrative without winning games. If he had stopped short of that, then I would have had a differing opinion, I think.
Okay.
But he kind of covered everything in it. It was just eloquent, which maybe I appreciated. I don't know. I just wanted to play it.
That's fine.
And I appreciated your viewpoint on it.
I'm an expert on losing.
I'm happy you said it. And I'm also happy that Trevor Plouffe said one other thing. It goes like this.
Baseball is here, people. The days are getting longer. The sun is back out, and baseball season is finally upon us. Baseball is a game of inches. The result of a game hinges on 1,000 little moments, and momentum can shift quickly. That's why we decided to team up with Fanatics Markets, the trusted home for real-time sports prediction markets. It's simple. Just pick a game and choose an outcome, like which team will win, which player will hit a home run, and more. It's time to get involved in the action. Then buy contracts based on what you think will happen. Yes, if you think it will. No, if you don't. You can buy as many as you want, sell if the price moves in your favor, or let them settle when the event ends. So from opening day to the Fall Classic, no matter who you root for, Fanatics Markets is right there with you. Join the Baseball Today family on Fanatics Markets. Event contracts carry risk of total loss and changing prices. Not good for all investors. Not available in all states. Must be 21 plus. See important disclosures in Fanatics Markets app. Customers are introduced to Crypto.com by Paragon Global Markets, LLC, DBA Fanatics Markets IB, and introducing broker registered with the CFTC and a member of the NFA.
Sorry about that. That was my cough in the middle, if you heard that.
That was, that was some phlegm.
Yeah. Back end of it, though. Back end of it. All right, as we mentioned earlier, the O's split a doubleheader with the Astros. During game one, when Baltimore was going homer happy, and in particular, the Grand Salami was on the menu, it brought back something that legendary O's pitcher turned legendary O's broadcaster Jim Palmer said last year. Here's how that story unraveled.
You know, I've never had a wing, ever.
What do you mean you've never had a wing?
Never, ever had a wing. They hit another grand slam while I'm broadcasting. I will make sure I eat a chicken.
It's an even 400, and that number might go up. Deep left center field. Matthews charging back, makes the catch, and crashes into the fence. But did he have the ball? No, he lost it on the way down. Matthews couldn't squeeze it, and we need to get you a chicken wing.
Well, that was then, and this is now. The Orioles have hit 2 grand slams in 3 innings. Anything you'd like to say? Any last words here? Rob's with us too.
That Bryce Matthews should have caught that ball, and I cannot believe Jason Alexander. Why did you hang a slider? But here we go.
So you having your first
Actually,
wings?
these are pretty good.
Look at that.
What I've missed all these years.
Can you believe that 80-year-old Jim Palmer had never had a chicken wing until yesterday?
Pitchers are strange. Left-handed pitchers are even stranger. So I don't know.
He's a righty.
He was a righty? What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
You just changed like my entire worldview right there. He was a righty?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, pitchers are
Best
strange.
ever.
How about that? And wings are delicious. As long as they're, I have to get well done wings. I can't have no soggy wing. I need a crispy. And I don't like breaded either.
Okay.
So I'm very specific.
Is there anything you haven't eaten that you would like to try?
I try everything. I don't like everything. I try everything now.
Yeah, you've got a pretty deep palate.
Yeah, I go for it. Yeah, there's some stuff that I do not like, but
I have never had escargot.
oh my gosh. It's delicious.
Is it?
Yes, you would love it. Some
Really?
butter and garlic. You get some bread to dip in this. Oh yeah, you would love it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I
don't
just
think
have
if there's anything that I haven't had.
it feels dirty. Like it
Oh,
just
it's not.
Well, I know, but I see them slithering on the ground, and I know that they get washed off and cleaned.
I think those are different. I think these are like they're sea snails. These ones. I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that.
Okay, see, I don't know enough about escargot.
But they taste delicious. I mean, yeah,
I've never had frog legs.
I've had that too. Are you like not a pork guy? Is that a thing for you?
I mean, I've had pork.
Well, okay, pigs are disgusting.
Right.
It tastes good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I try everything. I don't like everything.
Okay.
Ooh, you know what I really don't like? Kalamata olives.
What?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Kalamata olives? Is that how you say it?
You're
Do you know
saying
what that is?
olives.
Huh?
Olives?
Yeah, but it's a certain brand of olive.
I don't eat olives either. I've never tried those. You just nailed 3 things I've never eaten.
They're very Kalamata olive. They're like a Greek thing. And it's too like briny, and I don't like the flavor.
Okay.
I like other olives though. Black olives, fine.
I'm not an olive guy.
Okay.
Not an olive guy. That'll do it. That was a fun-filled week, this one. Managerial moves.
I shot an 82 yesterday with Weaves.
Did you really?
With a triple on 18.
That's a great number, 82, because I think that's what he topped out at his last year.
Yeah, I had a chance to shoot under 80 for the first time in my life at a really hard course.
Oh, wait a
ball
second.
right now, coach. Put me in.
You would have broken 80 for the first time?
Yeah. Well, like, here's the thing. Don't take this the wrong way. Please, God, don't. Okay. I'm sure I could break 80 if I played it like Balboa or Encino. You know those courses.
Yeah.
Where it's like flat, open. I don't play
Yeah.
I never play those courses. I think if I played now, I would. This was like at a real, I mean, Sherwood's like a very difficult course. I'm freaking striping the ball right now.
How's he hit it?
Good, not far, but like just, good tempo swing. He shot a 76 the day before. He was spraying the ball a little bit when we played, but
He's so tall. Tall
So
in
tall.
golf does usually not go hand in hand.
pretty swing. He's the man. I had such a good time with him yesterday.
Yeah.
It's really fun to catch up. We're two just bros. We're two
Yeah.
Valley guys. Like Simi Valley, I went Santa Cruz Valley.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
It was fun. I saw him in the airport last week in Las
He
Vegas.
loves you.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We had a good talk. It was good to catch up with him. He invited me to golf. I told you that.
Yeah.
No, not this week. Whew, coughing up a lung, as y'all heard. Sorry about that. Hopefully, I'll be back and ready for next week. Woo! So, congratulations once again to our one-of-a-kind producer turned content creator, Dan Rourke, and the uber-talented Trevor Plouffe, who will break 80 this season at some point. I am Chris Rose. Thanks for tuning in to Baseball Today, presented to you by T-Mobile.